What's up, guys? Badger One here with Badger Team. Built a mission the other day. This is on Tanoa, and we were playing, and I had customized the supports to only call specific units, and had one of the guys. We were playing, and he was like, "Oh, that's cool. Have we ever done this before with customized units?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did it in a mission a long time ago." And he's like, I didn't know you could do that. And so it led me to the question, I don't think I've ever did a tutorial about how to customize supports for missions. And so I thought I'd do a quick tutorial for those that don't know how to do that. I'm sure there's other videos out there that show you how to do it, but I'll do a quick one right quick for those on my channel that don't know how to do it. There's several ways to do it. For ground units, it's pretty easy. For aerial assets, it can be a little more complicated if you don't want to put like live units on an airstrip somewhere. It's easier to do with the virtual module, so I'll show you how to do that real quick. But for ground units, like I said, it's a little easier. I'm using several different mods when I build my missions. I do use Racks, the new Racks module, which is really awesome if you're not using it. There's tons of assets in that mod. I highly recommend downloading it. The guys that produce the Racks mod, they really went all out with all their research and stuff on their units. Comes with a lot of different assets, especially artillery and air units. I've got some of them in this mission right here. Um, I've got HIMARS. They've got finally has some decent artillery units. 155 right here, which is the only one that I found in Arma that actually realistically depicts the M198. And then I've got a 200 millimeter gun over here, which is really cool. If you want to completely obliterate something off the map, you should put this one down. Um, anyway, so these are my artillery assets that I've got, and for like I said, for ground units, it's pretty easy to do. So I've got you put your support requester down. So I've got it down, and it's the base module to call any supports if you're using the support module. So you've got to have this one down first, and it's over here in modules supports. So support requester goes down first. I'll just do this as if you don't know how to put any kind of supports in your mission at all. So put the support requester down. Um, if you want just one person in your unit to be able to call supports, i.e. like the radio guy or the team leader or whatever, sync them to the support requester. Right now I have that support requester down tied to all people in my unit, so anybody in the unit. We're a small little 5-man team, so anybody at any time can call supports. I trust all my guys, so if somebody's down and we need support from some type, whether it be artillery or gunship or whatever, anybody can call that. So I'll have all of my guys tied to the support requester. So I have the support requester to link to helicopter transport, and I'm going to show you how to link it to helicopter gunship virtual and helicopter, or not helicopter, but air support virtual. But I'll show you how to do the ground supports with actual units. But then I'll also show you how to do that with virtual units as well. So if you're going to use actual units, you'll need support provider artillery, which is right here, not the virtual one, but the actual artillery. So if you're using actual units, you're going to need support provider artillery, or then there's CAS bombing run, not the virtual option, but the actual bombing run. This is actually if you're going to place actual units on the map. So we'll just do this with artillery for now. So what you'll do is you'll find the asset in your units over here. For these, I went down to the Racks units, went to artillery core here, found the artillery piece that I wanted, which is, where is it at? M198A2. And so what I did was I just placed it down as empty, and then I went to my US units and crewed it with a US crew, which made it blue 4. Okay. And then when I had it crewed, I synced that to this support provider artillery. Now once you have your units built and they're all crewed, you do as many as you want. So I've got 2 artillery guns, my HIMARS unit, and then a mortar crew here. So I've got all of these units synced to the support provider artillery. and then that is synced to the support requester. So what that does is it allows all of my units in my team to be able to call support from any of these artillery units here. And these are actual units. Another thing that I do too, which is totally optional, but I don't like any of my supports to run out of ammo. So I put this little script on them here. This is this add event handler fired. This select 0 set vehicle ammo 1. So what that means is anytime it fires, it automatically replaces that ammunition. So basically this gun never runs out of ammo, and it's the same for any of these mortars, HIMARS, anything. If you don't have that little script line in there, this unit will basically, when it's fired all of its ammunition, it'll run dry and you won't be able to call it support. If you'd like a little more realism in your missions, you can leave that little event handler tag out. So when you're out of ammunition in that gun, you just can't call it support anymore. Same for your mortar tube and HIMARS battery. When they run out of rockets, they're just out. So anyway, that's that for the actual ground units. So I'll show you how to put down aerial units. So what we'll need, I already have my transport modules set, and right now I have it set over here to where when you call these, they actually take off from this helo pad right here. They actually spawn up in the sky up here, and then they will head over to wherever you're going to call them. So if you need a helo transport, you're somewhere way over here on the map, you just tell it, hey, fly to my location, come to this landing spot that I've just designated, and the helo transport will fly over to you, land near your location, and then you can get on it. Once you're on that bird, then you can tell it where to drop you off, and it'll fly you to that location on the map, drop you off. If you've played Arma enough, you kind of know how that works. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to put down some helicopter virtual. So we're going to put down a module down here for virtual. Now if I leave this just completely blank, it is going to automatically give me all of the helicopter gunships that are available in Biz. And I think it actually, Biz meaning all of the just basic gunships that are available in the game, which is like the Comanche, I think the Apache is in there, any of the NATO unit helicopters are in there. It gives you like 5 or 6 different choices. I am also running RHS, so I'm pretty sure some of the RHS birds are in there as well. So I get like Blackhawks, I think there's a CH-47 that's in there, that kind of thing. I get like 7 or 8 different helos to choose from for my helicopter attacks. But let's say you're doing like a scripted historical mission like you're set in the 80s, and you only want a specific type of helo to call, which is what this mission is set up. This is that mission that I built. So you see over here on the halo pads, I have like Hueys and little birds. These are helos from my Unsung mod that I'm running, which is where I got all these assets from. These are from the Unsung mod. This is another cool mod. That's the Vietnam mod that the Unsung guys put together. Tons, literally tons of assets in that mod. Aircraft helos, units, all from the Vietnam era. It's huge. So anyway, we're going to put very specific set of helos that we're going to be able to call from our virtual attack helicopter mod. So we'll open this up, and you'll see right here, system specific support provider, vehicle types inside these brackets. So inside these brackets, you can actually list the unit descriptors, and it will only allow the module to call those vehicle types. So how you do that is you'll come over here. We're going to go to Blue 4 units. We're going to find, let's do Army Air. So let's say we want to call, let's just put one down. We want to call this Huey, and it's got miniguns and rockets. Okay, so you need to know what the tag is for this, which is listed under this description. So it's UNS UH1C M21-M200. So you're like, well, crud, now I've got to memorize all that to type all that into that field. No, you don't. So you're going to right click on this unit, you're going to go down to log, and you're going to say log classes to clipboard and click that. Then you can get rid of this unit. You're going to go back to your box. You're going to click inside these brackets, and then you're going to add a quotes, and then you're going to hit Control V, and then you're going to hit quotes again. And now the only helicopter that this module will call is that Huey helicopter with the rockets and miniguns. And I will show you how that works. So now we've got this module with that helicopter listed. We're going to sync that to our support requester. And now we're going to save this, and we're going to go over here to play in single player. I'll show you the artillery list first. We get in here, call supports artillery, and I'll show you all the artillery that we can list that will come up. And then I'll pull up the helo list so you can see the helo that's listed there. Okay, so here we are.
Support units are now on standby.
Here's my team. So let's get outside the wall over here at least. So we can see everything. Okay, so there's our artillery units. So let's call, so we're going to hit, so we can see over here on the left hand side of the screen, we've got artillery. The little icons on the far left hand side, we've got artillery, we've got helicopter attack, and we've got helo transport, the two little arrows at the bottom. So let's try to call an artillery strike. We're going to hit 08 on our keyboard. Artillery strike is number 1. And so we've got MLRS, we've got the M198, we've got an 81 millimeter, and then we've got a 203 millimeter howitzer. So let's do 4. 1 round. We'll do 1. I don't even know if this thing's gonna. Let's do it on the map. Let's pound this village over here and see if it shoots. 1, 4, 1. 2.
Requesting immediate fire support at the designated coordinates.
Let's see
Over.
this thing fire.
Target location received. Ordnance is
This is in the
inbound.
very
Out.
end. There's this barrel raising out there. This thing fires. It's loud. Dang, he's leveling all the way up. Round 2.
Rounds complete. Out.
And they're going to hit way over there in that village. You'll be able to see the explosion from here because the rounds are so huge. They'll hit way over there.
Splash. Out.
Boom. Those are huge rounds. They're literally level like a city block. They're so big. And look at that. It's huge. Alright, so that's your 4 artillery pieces tied. So if we're going to call our 1 gunship, we'll go back to supports, helicopter attack, and there's our 1 helo that we can call, that we listed.
Requesting close air support at the designated location. Over.
There it is. And I didn't tell him to go anywhere specific on the map, so I don't know what he's going to do. But the opposite of that, since I don't have anything scripted in my transports, you can see the list of 6M Little Bird. That's, I believe that's a RHS. CH-47, that's a RHS. MH9, that's Hummingbird. That's Biz, I believe.
Requesting airlift at the designated coordinates.
There
Over.
he goes.
Roger. Transport dispatch.
Let's get back in. So let's go back in and we'll configure our jet support now that we've got our helo support. So same thing, we'll go over here to bombing run virtual. We'll put him down here, and same thing, so we'll go to racks. Let's just stay on unsung for a second. I'm going to show you all the air assets that come with unsung. It's insane. So US Air Force, H-1 Skyraider, A-7D Corsair, AC-47. Don't know which one of those are. This is like that. It's basically the C-47 all friggin' minigunned out. It's like the granddaddy of like the C1 AC-130. Sick. B-52. If you want to put a B-52 as a support aircraft and drop hella bombs on targets, you can do that. And do like an unguided bomb strike on targets, they will do it. It's crazy. F-100 Super Sabre, F-105D, F-111. I mean, there's tons. F-4s. And that's just Air Force. You go to Navy, Sky Warrior, A4 Skyhawk, A6 Intruders, A7C Corsairs, F4J, F8 Crusader. I mean, there's tons of aircraft to choose from. So let's do heavy bomb, A4 Skyhawk, heavy bomb. So we've got this A4. We'll get his class name. Get rid of him. We've got his class name. Don't need him anymore. We'll come over here to the support module. Go inside the brackets. Do our quotes. Copy that. Paste it. Now, if you want to add more than one, just go to the end of the line. Leave that where it's at. You can hit comma. Add quote. Hit OK. And you could do another. Look, let's do F4. Look at that. Freaking rockets and what are those? Snake eyes? Yeah, we use that. Copy his class name. Delete that. Go back into the module. And just click where we left off behind that last quote. Copy and paste. Just remember, as you're adding these, you can put as many as you want. You can have 50 different aircraft in there. Just remember to put them in quotes and close your quotes. On the very last one, do not add the comma. It'll mess it up. It will add the aircraft to your list, but it will not display the name, so you will not know what you're calling. It's weird, but it'll list a number, but the namespace will be blank. So let's leave those two aircraft in there, and we will sync that to our support requester, which is right here. Save it. Go back into single player, and we'll see if we can call our two jets, which we should be able to do. See if we can have them drop some ordnance on that same little town at the end of the runway, so we can see if they actually do what we want them to do.
Be advised, support units are now on standby. Out.
So now if you look over here to the left, added to our supports, we now have artillery, helos, and airstrikes, as well as helo transport. So we know that that module is synced and working. Now let's see if we can call our aircraft. So let's go to our map. We'll pick this target. We're going to hit, let's just hit center of town. Bombing run. There's our 2 planes. Let's call that F4 and do unguided bomb.
Requesting immediate airstrike at the transmitted coordinates. Over.
There he goes. And he might make a pass or 2 before he drops, but it takes him a second to get a visual on where they're going to be dropping, but he'll make a pass or 2 and then he'll come back in and make his bomb run. But there he goes. There's only a couple of aircraft in there that the pilots get stupid from the Unsung mod. The A6s seem to fly really, really low and get caught on trees, I've discovered. And the A37 Dragonflies do the same. They tend to want to fly really, really low and get caught up in trees. But all the rest of the aircraft, they do really, really well. All those aircraft are flyable as well. You can put them down empty and crew them and fly them yourself if you want. Just friggin' awesome. Let's see if he comes back. Drops. He's coming right back over. Like I said, sometimes it takes him a minute. There he goes, right over the top. Right out there. But he's going to turn around. He's going to come right back over the top of us and drop that. If he doesn't crash into the mountain. Pull up, dude. There he is. He's turning around. Come on, man, don't disappoint me. Come back over here and drop your bomb. Sorry, he's lining up. Yeah, now he's coming in. I think he's gonna drop. Oh yeah, this looks good. Maybe. Maybe. You gonna drop ordnance at all? Or you're just gonna fly around and look cool? Oh dang, he's getting shot at. I forgot. This is my mission. He's actually got enemies over there with AA. I totally forgot I had enemies over there. Get a report. We've lost contact with the aircraft. If he's getting shot at, he's liable to attack the targets he's getting shot at from. Anyway, not to drag the tutorial out, but that's how you set it up. It's pretty simple to do. And it's really handy for, I'll show you how to do the artillery real quick. If you want to do virtual, which is really if you don't want to take the time to actually set down, units, and you just want to configure artillery support virtual, you can connect this, but you can't have them both. I don't think you can either have one or the other. Sync this, and then let's say you only want to have your units access to mortars maybe, and not like heavy artillery. So let's get a class name for mortars. Log classes to clipboard. Let's delete that. Go in here to the tagline. Again, you get the idea. Copy and paste. And then, so with this activated, The only artillery that your units will have, if you didn't have all of this, would be just mortars. And that's the only thing they'd be able to call. The only setup with this is that with using the virtual and being specific on the units, is that you can't dictate them to never run out of ammo. There may be a script out there that you can add because there is more field to fill out in this. Vehicle init, so maybe you could put that script in there. I might have to try that sometime. Put that script line in there. I bet you could. Might be worth playing with. Put that event handler in there, and I bet those units would probably run that event handler and not run out of ammo. But that would be worth playing with. But yeah, that would be my only thought, would be running the virtual units would not have access to unlimited ammo versus this setup with the event handler, where you could actually put units down and put the event handler on and never run out of ammo. So, and again, either one or the other, actual units or virtual, you can't run them both at the same time. So there that is. Hope you find that helpful, and if you got any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm pretty good at answering back as soon as I see the comments roll in. So if you got any questions about setup or need help setting this up, or have trouble setting it up, let me know. Send me your questions and I'll get them answered for you. Have fun mission building. Thanks for watching.